Hey, what's up? It's Jason and Franny with you, 98.7 The Gator, the Palm Beaches Classic Rock, and we have our good friend visiting us once again, Mr. Jason Newsted. How are you, sir?
Good.
Hello, Jason. So it's been a couple months since we've had you here in the Gator. We got a treat because you performed at our Gator garage, not just for us, but for some lucky listeners out there. And what a show you put on. And you teased us a little bit. This Jason over here asked you a question.
We asked a handful of questions.
Yes.
One of the questions was, hey, what kind of projects are you working on, whether it's visual arts or music? And you gave us a really fun answer. And that was, hey, man, we're working on a new metal project. And that metal project is about to be debuted, is it not?
We did some auditions. That's what was happening when we saw you guys.
All right.
I was trying to find a band to put together to play the heavy stuff.
Sure.
I'd written some new songs that were kind of punk rock vibe. So I did audition some people. And then it came down to it. It just wasn't going to work out schedule-wise and stuff for the people that I wanted. So I called the original players from the Newsted band from the tour of 2013, Jesus Mendez Jr. on drums and Jesse Farnsworth on guitar, and came out and started working on the old stuff and got bid again and decided we maybe try it. We had agreed to play one weekend per month, March, April, and May.
Nice.
So then we got to the one in April and we all looked at each other like, let's go do this for the people for a second.
Hell yeah.
Good. Let's do this, right?
Yeah, that's really what happened. So then I auditioned guitar players and found Humberto Perez, who is from Caracas, Venezuela.
How excited was he to get that phone call that he's playing with you guys?
Deserves it completely.
Yeah.
I mean, really, yeah. So we're very excited about that part because we have a little bit of new, fresh blood in the quartet. But Jesse and Jesus and myself have maybe 15 years together.
Oh, nice.
Overall.
Nice.
Nothing can replace that kind of
course.
thing.
You got that chemistry, you got that jive.
Yep. So we started playing the heavy again. It all came together. Just wanted to do this, and I reached out to some people, and they said Revolution Live was a place to take the gig. That's where all the cool bands
Hell
are.
yeah, absolutely.
So I look it up and see the Voivod's going to be there this Tuesday.
Nice.
Right on their 40th anniversary tour. I'm like, well, it's got to be the real deal. So then we do that and play the Saturday after Voivod. So I'm going to play there actually 2 times this week.
That's killer. Voivod's sick, and you're going to be there with him as well.
Yep.
And then Saturday, the 20th, Revolution Live is the new metal experience. Do we have a special name for it, or
It's still Newsted Heavy Metal Music. It's
All right.
still that project.
Okay.
But it's 10 years later. We haven't really played together for 10 years since
Sweet.
the end of that tour of 2013.
So you say new metal, but you said it's got like an old school metal vibe.
New songs
Yeah,
of this
yes,
metal project, but it only can be old school like that.
Yeah.
It's yes, that's what it is. It's honest, authentic, and old school, and no cheating.
Nice. No cheating. You're musically inclined. Obviously, you have an ear. We've heard it. We've talked about it before. I want to pick your brain. I read an article recently about music production as of late and how, the mixes are changing, and it feels as if the vocals are ever getting pushed down. The melodic side of things and the rhythmic side of things is getting pushed up. Is that something you agree with, or have you noticed that in production, or are you doing that with your own when it comes to music production?
I think it kind of depends on the style, no matter what, and always will, no matter how advanced it gets or how it changes a little bit.
Sure.
I was in the dentist chair yesterday.
Oh, boy.
And so what I have to do when that goes on is listen to whatever they're playing.
Right.
And it's always stuff I would never hear. Always. So I only can analyze and dissect music.
Okay.
I can't just listen to a song.
Sure.
I can't.
That's
If
just
they
your
go,
ear, yeah.
the hi-hat doesn't, that's not, where's the pan? Seriously, I know
Right.
I'm not the only one. I know
Right.
there's lots of people
Sure.
who are that way.
You're having an internal conversation with yourself while you're getting your teeth done.
It's a great distraction, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but when it's so freaking quiet and you're already concentrated like that and you're trying to really relax, it's a way you can, if you're okay with it, you can relax a way that when somebody's working out like that. So, and all I had to do was analyze that. It's coming out of the ceiling.
Sure.
And so this one does this, and it's all obviously machines
Right.
playing the music. And then I hear just the vocal and the bass drum for that part's going to come back 4 more times. Watch, it's going to go into the bass drum,
And it did, right?
in the same key. That's the one there and the one before. It's same key. And I'm like, okay, that's that one. Then a song that was somewhat familiar to me, and I think it was Sheryl Crow. But it was, you could hear that there's people playing in a room together. You can hear that the rhythm guitar player, the main acoustic player is looking at the drummer. You can we're playing this song together in the room.
They're
aren't
connected,
we?
right.
You guys there's a red light on, ding dong ding, and that's the song.
Right.
And then they go back and put the pretty vocal over the top, right? But that was obvious. It was obvious that was people playing in the room together. It was obvious that was machines doing it and being manipulated.
Sure.
Right? So the one with the machines, the vocal's like, and this girl, it's all super auto-tuned and super perfect, and just really manipulated,
Right.
man. It was still toe tapping, and the girl who was cleaning my teeth was humming to it, and I'm like, I understand why she likes it,
Yeah.
right? But the human factor over there, and that one was much more appealing to
Sure.
me.
You're looking a little
So-
bit more raw than
Just
that
real, just
over-
authentic.
yeah.
I want the human factor. I want the flesh.
I get it.
Well, I think that's the
That's right.
delineation always between live music and recorded music.
Right.
obviously.
So
Yeah.
in the style of the pop thing, where that girl, she's that cute one that's 16 now, and that's her thing, and the music sounds like this, and the next one that's 16 2 years from now is the music gonna sound like that. It's the same. It's the formulaic. I understand.
Sure.
Okay. So that vocal's gonna be loud,
Right.
Because they're trying to sell that face and that girl and that
Of
voice.
course.
And then the more authentic thing, those voices were mixed as they would be as you sang them together. It was like, hey, we got some singers. It's like that. It was like all within the music. Yeah. And the heavy stuff, now that you ask it personally,
Sure.
as we mixed the reference tapes yesterday of the rehearsals from last weekend, we listened the week after
Okay.
so we can all be on the same page. You always judge yourself first. If there's a video, you watch yourself first. The first 2 views, you watch yourself. Third view, start watching the band, start picking out things. Fifth view, you watch it as its whole thing.
Well, it's easy to be your own worst critic.
And
is.
everybody is if
It
you're a
is.
real artist.
Yes.
Everybody is.
Right.
a
I
real
hate
artist.
listening to myself. Are you the same way, or I mean, you go with an analyzing ear and you just kind of, go. It's just business when you listen to yourself.
More critical of myself
Yeah.
certainly than anybody probably would be. But what my point is everybody has their own copy of that. You don't listen to it together. You listen to it on your own here, your own here. So you'll go, oh, man, that guitar, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to make that face again. That was stupid. Like this kind of thing. So you already know that coming into the next rehearsal.
Sure.
You've already learned from that. And so you come in and you're that much better, that much better, that much better. So making the reference tapes for this week, right? I put the vocal my own, right? Down here where the guitars are.
Sure.
It's not a
So
thing.
you're on par with it.
Yeah,
as
because
opposed
it's
to being up.
like
Right.
that.
Right.
So there's no need in being up here. It needs to be another instrument in these frequencies.
Sure.
It's not worthy of being up here
Absolutely.
like this, and I'm not going to doctor it, man.
Yeah.
So whatever you get is what you get.
No auto-tune here.
No, no. So it has to be in. It's just another instrument in the metal.
Sure.
So I would say heavier music tends to go that way,
Gotcha.
unless it's Judas Priest or something like that, where you have that good of a singer that deserves to be up top.
Right.
But otherwise, you keep it in as an instrument.
So it's subjective by genre, by artist. There's a lot of other different key components that go into play there. But in your case, it's right even with everybody else.
And
I
it,
love
it
hearing
should
that.
it should be.
I
Yeah,
love
it should
hearing
be. And then when the background vocal comes in, then that enhances it a little bit. It's like that push, pushes it up a little bit,
Absolutely.
goes back. So there's always color changing, focal point changing,
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you're getting people excited to come see you May 20th at Revolution Live. So we were talking a little bit about it and your influences when it comes to metal music. Even we got to do a little interview beforehand, and we were talking about your first concert ever. Can you fill us in for the Gator audience, because you had a full circle moment with that?
Right. Trying to design kind of a special show, a personal show to present to the people. There's people coming from all over the world to see the show. And I'm doing a thing, like I said to you earlier, it just kind of came to me at rehearsal the other day, that if I wouldn't have learned that song from Ted Nugent the first time that I saw him play when I was 12 years old, the first concert I ever went to, and if I wouldn't have learned that when I was 14, and I wouldn't be playing it for you now, then none of you would be here. If I wouldn't have learned that Metallica song when I did, and played it the way I did, trying to learn bass and sing at the same time, or the Motorhead songs that really got me to the place of being able to want to pick on a bass and sing and growl and all that stuff. All those things have to be in this show so I can show you, look, cause, effect. Like, so when I pour all this and you pour in good product, right, and you back out, and there it should be good. It's probably not going to be as good as that, but it should be. It's a hybrid of that, of your own thing. But that's what it comes down to. It's a very personal show for me. So anybody that wants to come out and see that, and that knows better of the somewhat 40-year history of career or something, if they studied some of the little things, they would realize that that's where it comes from. That the influences are very apparent in the music. It's homage, man. It's tip of the hat to who taught you.
A lot of hat tip, and I mean, we had some great names there dropped just with Ted Nugent, obviously Metallica, Ace of Spades. What we've learned today is we're going to have an amazing, unique experience on the 20th at Revolution Live, the new metal experience, Jason Newsted. Make sure you get out there, get to the show. We're going to have a fantastic time. I can't wait to rock out heavy with you again at Revolution Live. Going to be a great time.
Going to have fun. Whoever is there is lucky. That's
Absolutely.
what I say.
Well, thanks again for
Including
coming
me.
by. And thanks for putting on a killer show for us next week. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Cool.